Hello Tea Club community, Happy New Year! I have got some brilliant teas to try with you again today. Thank you if you've joined me before, welcome back, and welcome if you're brand new as well to Tea Club. Perhaps you got gifted a Tea Club for Christmas. So we go through every month a couple of the teas from the boxes and I teach you some tips and some recipes to make the most out of them. As we may have so many newbies, I'm just going to explain our different boxes. So on our membership, you can swap between different boxes. We have our Flavour Explorer box, which explores the whole range behind me, all different flavours, all different tea types, great for people that want to find a new favourite, receive things that they wouldn't normally buy themselves, and just be a bit of a tea adventurer. We have our gourmet box, which is a bit more traditional. It teaches you about different tea types and there's always something in there that's great with milk and to enjoy in a bit more of a classic way. And finally, we have our decaffeinated box, which is a bit of a mixture of the two, but everything in there is caffeine free. So it's perfect for those out there that want to avoid caffeine. So we're going to kick off with our Flavour Explorer box. The theme for all of the boxes this month is calm after the chaos of your festive winter or Christmas season. We've got teas in there that will help you regroup, recenter and feel refreshed and ready to tackle the new year and all that it brings. The flavour box has deep breaths, all-nighter and duvet day. So I'm hoping those names are already sounding good. We're going to try duvet day together today. This one is a white tea. It is brilliant for snuggling up on a cold winter morning or evening. It's a little bit sweet because we've got coconut and cocoa shells in there. We've also got jasmine blossom. So although it's reasonably We haven't done a traditional tea tasting for a while, so I'm just going to show you how I go about doing that. So I'm going to use our Brudini, which is my steep brewer of choice. We also use them in all of our stores. They're brilliant, mess-free, fantastic. Great for loose leaf because they give the leaves enough space to unfurl. So I put a heaped teaspoon. You want to use 1 heaped teaspoon per mug that you're preparing. And duvet day is a white tea, so we want to use 80-degree water. If you don't have a fancy kettle, you can add a splash of cold water first and that'll do the job. This is because white tea is very delicate. It retains lots of its nutrients, it doesn't have much caffeine in it, but because it is quite delicate and the leaves are so fresh, if you put boiling water on them, they will burn and then you get that really bitter taste. That also happens if you leave them to steep too long, so we must make sure that this is only 3 minutes on its steeping time. My time has just gone off, 3 minutes on the dot. I am going to use my little tasting cup because I'm going to show you how to taste tea traditionally. You can use a mug. So I'm going to let my Brudini pour through. Look how magical that is. No mess. And then what you want to do is to get a spoon, or you can do this from the side of your cup as well. And we're going to slurp as noisily as we can so we can spray as much oxygen over our taste buds as we can. Yum. With this one, I get coconut first with a little bit of jasmine and then that really gentle, refreshing mouthfeel from drinking white tea. I hope you enjoy it, let me know. The gourmet box has Assam house blend in there, which is one of my absolute favourites. It's based on a recipe that my co-founder Mike's family drink. It's a really full-bodied Assam breakfast tea with a hint of Earl Grey, great with milk, great in the morning. Really think you're going to enjoy it. We've also got chocolate digestives, which we're going to try. And the last one you've got in there is Moondrop Dreams, had to check that. Moondrop Dreams is a really good sleepy time tea or calming tea, good with or without milk. So chocolate digestives, we're just going to brew up as a tea latte. I know I'm on a tea latte trend at the moment, but it's the best way to enjoy tea at this time of year, I think. So I've already brewed up some hot chocolate digestives. I don't know if you can see, we've got cocoa shells in there. It's really chocolatey. It tastes like a breakfast tea with a hint of chocolate, or like you've dropped your chocolate biscuit in your tea. I'm not selling that very well, but you have to go with me on this. It's delicious. It's also a bestseller, so I hope you like it. So I've already brewed my tea concentrate, which I've been teaching you how to make. For anyone that hasn't joined me before, a tea concentrate is a double strength tea. So you use 2 teaspoons or 2 tea bags. There's a recipe or instructions, I should say, up on our blog if you get stuck. So I brewed it here. I brewed it for 4 minutes, and I'm going to add 100 millilitres to my cup. Careful because it's hot. You can also add a sweetener if you wanted to, but I find this one's actually sweet enough for me. Honey works really well. Then I'm going to choose my favourite milk. I've got dairy this month. Lots of the plant milks work really well as well. And then I'm just going to froth with my favourite frother. Only takes about 5 seconds. It's the best tool we've ever found for frothing milk. There we go. And then I'm just going to add it to my tea. Nice frothy milk in there. How so easy to make a tea latte, and I feel like I'm having a bit of a treat. It doesn't take very long at all, so it's brilliant. It tastes like chocolate biscuits. It's great. Last but not least, decaf, our caffeine-free box. So as I said, we've got teas in this month's boxes to really help you calm and regroup. So we've got deep breaths in there as well. We've got Good Calmer, which is one of my favorites ever. It's a herbal, slightly turmeric tea, very calming. I don't really like turmeric as an ingredient, but the tea is fantastic. And last but not least, we've got Rooibos Breakfast Cuppa, which used to be called Breakfast Ready Honey. It's a really good tea if you love a more traditional classic cuppa, especially with milk, bit of honey, but you want to avoid caffeine. We don't do a decaffeinated black tea because the process can be damaging for the environment or for yourself as well, depending on which one you try. So instead we stick to naturally caffeine-free ingredients, but it does taste similar to your regular cuppa, so I do recommend you give it a go. I'm going to use my trusted Brudini. This is a Rooibos tea, so we're absolutely fine. Don't need to, don't know why I'm doing that. It's a habit from making tea concentrates. So we're absolutely fine using boiling water and brewing it up to, well, or over 4 minutes actually. I'm gonna do it for 4 minutes. I find that strong enough for me. And then I'm gonna let it brew. So my timer just went off, and I'm going to use the glass mug this month to show you the Brudini. Just pours through, no hands, it's brilliant. And then lift it up and it stops for no mess. I tend to leave my leaves and re-steep if I can, and then chuck them out, and the whole thing goes in the dishwasher. Now, Rooibos Breakfast Cuppa is really nice with or without milk, but I really, really love it with milk. So I'm gonna add some of my milk into here before tasting. Look at that. And you can see from the colour, look, I promise you, really similar to your classic cuppa, but without the caffeine. Yum. Add a little bit of honey as well if you like a sweeter tea. I'm going to keep drinking that, and I will see you again next month in February for next month's tasting. If you enjoyed it, let me know, send me your thoughts. Check out the recipes online as well for more tips of how to enjoy your tea. I hope you love experimenting, and I'll see you next month.